Janine, how long have you been married?
7 years.
7 years. And are you in a sexual slump?
We are. We've basically been dealing with infertility for 5 years. And, you know, after a while, the sex kind of becomes a routine. It's around charts and peak days, and that's what tells you when to do it.
So you know exactly when you're ovulating, and that's when you kind of call upon your husband.
I'm an expert at that.
And so you're really only having sex then, and is that not sexy?
No, not at all.
David?
I mean, it's kind of like, you know, her telling me to go do the lawn. You know what I mean? You know, and the part of the issue is that the fun that we used to have with it, you know, kind of went out the door after a while. And, you know, with the charting and everything, it could be a lot of pressure.
So it feels like you're doing a job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Well, what about Vanessa and Javier? What's your sexual slump? What's your issue?
Well, currently, since we just have a little one at home, 6 months old, and since then Vanessa's gained some weight and she has felt lack of confidence with herself, and that has actually caused our sex life to diminish, so to speak. I mean, it's not as active as it used to be, and I'd like to get back that way, but she lacks some confidence there, and I'd like to see her get that back.
Is that what it is, Vanessa? It's weight? It's a body image issue?
Definitely. It's like whenever we're intimate, I see, does he see my stomach? Does he see my thighs? Is this going to get in the way? And that's in my head instead of being in the moment.
So you feel awkward and uncomfortable.
Yes.
And sex should not be awkward.
Exactly.
So it's a lot less than it used to be before the baby
Oh,
weight.
yeah, a lot less.
So Dr. V, are these very common problems?
Extremely common. I'm pretty sure everybody in this audience can raise their hand and say that either themselves or they know someone that's dealing with the same issues. This is not uncommon at all. You guys should not feel bad about this or feel alone, because we all struggle with these issues.
And how does it affect the relationships in other areas? Do you feel insecurity, like he's going to want to be with someone else because you're not having sex with him? I mean, does it get into your head in that way?
The good thing is that doesn't go into my brain.
Now it will, sorry.
Whoops,
sorry.
That's because I'm confident he's always, you know, pushing, trying to help me and telling me.
I love her no matter what. She can gain 10 pounds, 15 pounds. I love her no matter what.
And in both these situations, does a man want to have sex more than a woman?
In this situation we're in, yes. In the past, no. I was the aggressor.
Okay. And what about you?
I think initially it was kind of a mutual thing, but when she took the reins on the calendar, you know, it all went out the door there, and then she wanted it much more, which then played into our dynamics in our relationship, because then she, you know, at some level I think didn't feel
I want to
desired.
feel wanted, and sometimes the fertility and only doing it for that purpose will take that away, and then I want to feel just like a woman. I want to feel wanted.
Dr. V, how important is sex in a relationship?
Extremely important. I mean, the two main things that people end up getting divorced over usually is sex and money, right?
Is sex the second one?
It's sex and money. It really is.
So let's go through the tools. How can each of these couples get out of this slump starting today and have a healthy sexual relationship?
You two, stop organizing your sex life over that calendar. Throw that calendar away, at least for a month. Try it.
Got it. Okay. So how can they connect?
Well, I know that you guys had mentioned that you want to get healthy and you want to do some things together and get active again. You guys can start to do some things with each other outside of the bedroom, like going to yoga or perhaps, you know, working out at the gym together. Get some alone time. Find someone in your family or your friend pool that will say, hey, we'll watch the baby for a couple hours and you guys have some dedicated time to yourselves. Whether that's getting physically active or just bedroom time. You know, if you feel uncomfortable, you know, disrobing in front of him, put on a robe. Hugh Hefner lives in a robe. A robe and some heels will change the way that your body looks. You don't have to do it with all the lights on. I mean, so there's different ways you guys can reconnect.